Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Carbeats, where automotive design meets soul, and today we've got something truly extraordinary. A car that doesn't just roll forward, it glides through time itself. We're talking about a vision reborn, a legend reinterpreted. This is the 2026 Citroën DS21 Coupé. Yes, that DS21, but reimagined for the electric age. And oh boy, does it bring style, sophistication, and surreal smoothness back to the road. Citroën is no stranger to rewriting the rules, and the original DS21 proved that decades ago when it stunned the world with futuristic design, self-leveling suspension, and a ride so sublime it made competitors feel prehistoric. But now, in 2026, Citroën's done something more ambitious than just revisit the past. They've created a spiritual successor that honors the soul of the DS but reinvents it with tech, performance, and design language fit for the next generation of drivers and dreamers. The first thing that hits you is the shape. This isn't just a modern car with retro flourishes, it's a sculpted tribute to elegance itself. The roofline, gently floating above the pillars thanks to darkened glass and recessed supports, gives it that unmistakable DS silhouette. Yet the surfaces are bolder, sharper, more aerodynamic. Instead of chrome, you get brushed satin aluminum trim that subtly catches light like a piece of jewelry. The front end is clean, grille-less, futuristic, embracing the electric ethos completely. But instead of cold minimalism, it radiates warmth and flair. The headlights are razor-thin laser DRLs that curve around the fenders, almost like eyeliner on a runway model. It's poetic and unmistakably French. Walk around the back and the rear light bar is a masterpiece. A full-length OLED strip pulses in rhythmic animations, different sequences for different drive modes and moods. It's like the car is alive, breathing with light. Even the badge is illuminated, floating within the trunk panel like a hologram. There's no visible exhaust, of course, but there's still a hint of sporty aggression with a pronounced diffuser and sculpted rear haunches that hint at the power underneath. Step inside and it's like entering the living room of a Parisian penthouse rather than a car. Citroën has always been about comfort, but this new DS21 takes it to the next level. The seats are like modernist armchairs, broad, supportive, and wrapped in a new type of sustainable eco-leather made from recycled plant fibers. There's Alcantara made from recycled plastic bottles, ambient lighting that adjusts to your mood, and even fragrances embedded into the climate system that you can swap out depending on the vibe you want. Lavender for calm, citrus for alertness, sandalwood for something a bit more romantic. And then there's the dashboard, a single, seamless, curved OLED display that runs nearly the full width of the cabin. It's powered by Citroën's new CX Tech OS, which is fluid, voice-activated, gesture-compendable, and integrated with every major digital assistant. Navigation becomes more than just maps. It's a panoramic, real-time 3D model of the environment around you. Traffic, weather, road conditions, it's all there, intuitive and beautiful. And if you don't feel like interacting, the car learns your habits and sets things up just the way you like it. AI-based personalization without being intrusive. A car that listens more than it talks. Now the steering wheel is something special. It's retractable, folds away completely in autonomous mode, turning your cockpit into a serene lounge. But when you want to drive, and trust me, you will want to drive, it reappears with a flat top, flat bem shape reminiscent of the original DS's tiller. It's tactile, connected, and feels like a command center. You can toggle between three primary driving modes: Glide, Sport, and Elan. In Glide, everything softens: the steering, the throttle response, the ambient lighting, even the sound insulation. It feels like you're floating. And the sound insulation feels like it feels like it feels. So even when you toe text the seat, it's the perfect mode for city cruising or late-night drives through quiet streets. In Sport, the DS21 sharpens its senses. The suspension firms up, the throttle gets punchier, and the light animations get bolder. This isn't just for show. It's because this thing moves. Underneath, you're getting a dual-motor all-wheel drive system, producing a combined 480 horsepower and 700 Nm of torque. That means 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just under 4 seconds. It's not a track car, and it doesn't pretend to be. But it does deliver relentless acceleration with a near-silent hum and a surge that feels like being gently launched by a magnetic wave. Power without panic, speed without shouting. The magic, however, lies in the suspension. Citroën's legendary hydro-pneumatic system has evolved into something they now call HydroE+. It uses active air suspension, predictive damping, and adaptive ride height sensors to deliver that same magic carpet ride that the DS21 was famous for, but now it reacts in milliseconds using road-scanning LiDAR. Pothole? Never felt it. Speed bump? More like a wave. Twisties in the mountains? The car leans in, distributes torque accordingly, and makes you feel like a better driver than you actually are. Safety and autonomy tech is baked in. You've got level 3 autonomous driving, so on highways and in traffic it can fully take over, but it does it gracefully. No jerky lane shifts or robotic behavior. It's polite. It signals. It even adjusts its driving style based on how you usually drive. There's an AI co-pilot who sounds surprisingly human, ready to suggest brakes, alternate routes, or even music based on your mood. Charging? The DS21 Coupe supports 800-volt ultra-fast DC charging. You can go from 10% to 80% in under 20 minutes. And range anxiety? Forget it. On a full charge, you're looking at up to 620 kilometers of real-world range, thanks to an ultra-efficient motor and regenerative braking that's smoother than silk. There's even a solar strip integrated into the roof to power auxiliary systems and give you a little extra range while parked. And then, there's something Citroën calls Ballet Mode. It's not a gimmick, it's performance art. When you arrive at your destination, you can activate a choreographed parking sequence where the car gracefully maneuvers into a space, complete with synchronized light animations and soft musical tones. It's designed for events, for showing off at luxury hotels or gatherings. You don't just park this car, you make an entrance. Everything about the 2026 DS21 Coupe feels intentional. It's not trying to copy Tesla, Porsche, or any other electric brand out there. It's doing its own thing. Something uniquely, unmistakably French. It's about experience over numbers. It's about ride quality over lap times. It's about looking good while feeling good, and making sure your passengers do too. It's a car that seduces you quietly, with subtle brilliance instead of brute force. And honestly, it's refreshing. In a market crowded with aggressive grills, shouty EVs, and performance figures that sound like fighter jets, the DS21 Coupe invites you to breathe, to drive for the sake of pleasure, not dominance, to remember that comfort, elegance, and engineering can all coexist, if you have the imagination to make it happen. So here's the big question. Is this car just a nostalgia-driven showpiece? Or is it the return of the Citroën that once dared to challenge the ordinary? In our book, it's the latter. The DS21 Coupe doesn't just revive a name, it revives a philosophy. A belief that cars should inspire, surprise, and above all, move you. Not just physically, but emotionally. That's it for today's deep dive. We hope you enjoyed discovering the 2026 Citroën DS21 Coupe as much as we did. If you're into cars that break the mold, that bring design and emotion into the EV space, then this is one to keep your eyes on. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride, subscribe for more unique reviews and automotive artistry, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a beat. Because at Carbeats, we're always chasing that perfect rhythm between machine and meaning. Until next time, drive different, dream bigger, and as always, keep your heart in gear.